In 1956, Francis Gary Powers, now a lieutenant in the United States Air Force, was recruited to work for the Central Intelligence Agency.
The CIA, I had heard of it before this. I knew what its purpose was. I knew what they did, but they were a very little known organization at that time, and I probably knew as much or as little as anyone else. I knew hardly anything about it, except that I knew it was a highly secret intelligence gathering organization. They had this plan with a new plane to do espionage over the Soviet Union.
This plane was the Utility 2, the U-2. Developed by Kelly Johnson of Lockheed, it was intended to fill an important gap in U.S. intelligence. Coming under the CIA, the U-2 was given a civilian cover, that of weather research. Stripped of every non-essential feature, including wheels, it was designed for only one purpose: to carry photographic and electronic spy equipment to a very high altitude, beyond the reach of aircraft and rockets. It could fly in excess of 80,000 feet.
I still think it's one of the best airplanes ever made. It was just a tremendous thrill to be able to look down at the Earth far below, and actually early in the mornings, with the sun just coming up, you could see the curvature of the Earth out on the horizon, and it's just beautiful. Early in the program, flying this, it was thrilling to know that you were doing something that no one else had ever done, except just very few people who flew this particular airplane. Each flight broke an altitude record.
To fly this plane, you had to be a first-class pilot. Powers was paid $30,000 a year, which was not bad for a miner's son. The work itself was as exhausting as hewing coal, up to 12 hours in a pressure suit, unable to move and losing 3 to 5 pounds of flight from dehydration alone, plus the risk of an accident or being shot down. Nielsen's work could be equally exhausting. He made several trips to Russia to report and pick up instructions. These were made in a tiny open boat that sat low in the waves, thus avoiding detection by the radar of Norwegian coastal defenses. The long journey to Murmansk took 2 to 3 days, and Nielsen did not dare to sleep. The first flight of a U-2 over the Soviet Union took place in 1956. It was tracked by radar, but neither Russian planes nor Russian rocket defenses could reach it. The Russians made an official protest. They made no protest after that, because it was humiliating to admit publicly that the plane was beyond their reach. Painted black to avoid reflections from the sun, the Russians called it the Black Lady of Espionage.
I knew that flying this airplane without permission over the Soviet Union was spying. I knew that it was. But I really don't think that, in the true sense of the word spy, that I ever considered myself a spy. I was a pilot flying an airplane, and it just so happened that where I was flying made what I was doing spying.